Here is everything you need to know from the world of sports over the last 24 hours. France head coach Didier Deschamps has rejoined the national team after briefly returning home following the death of his mother. The 57-year-old left the squad earlier this week to be with his family during the difficult time. Deschamps is fully focused on leading Le Bleu into the knockout stage, with preparation underway for the round of 16 clash as they continue their quest for World Cup glory. FIFA's proposed expansion of the 2030 World Cup to 64 team has sparked fresh debates across the football world, with growing concerns over the tournament's format and long-term impact. Critics argue that the proposal could fundamentally change the nature of football's biggest competition. Concerns have centered on increased fixture congestion, greater travel demand for players and fans, and the potential decline in the overall quality and competitiveness of the tournament if the expanded format is adopted. Cape Verde have completed a fairy tale World Cup group stage campaign, securing a historic place in the round of 32 after holding Saudi Arabia to a goalless draw. The result marks one of the biggest achievements in the nation's football history. The African side will now face defending champions Argentina in the knockout stage, setting up a blockbuster clash as they look to continue their dream run against one of the tournament's favorites. Egypt have made history by reaching the FIFA World Cup knockout stage for the first time after battling to a dramatic 1-1 draw against Iran. The Pharaohs secured a landmark qualification, writing a new chapter in the nation's football history. Spain have booked their place in the FIFA World Cup round of 32 after edging Uruguay 1-0 in a decisive Group H clash. The victory sealed qualification for La Roja while bringing Uruguay's campaign to an end. Preparation for the 2026 Women's African Cup of Nations are gathering pace, with Morocco set to host what is expected to be the biggest edition of the tournament in its history. The competition is poised to showcase the continued growth of women's football across the African continent. Organizers have highlighted significant improvements in infrastructure, fan experience, and tournament planning, with high expectation that this year's WAFCON will set new standards both on and off the pitch. Former Sevilla manager Joaquin Paparos has revealed that he is undergoing treatment after being diagnosed with colon cancer. The 70-year-old shared the news publicly, expressing determination to face the illness with strength and optimism. Defending NBA champions Oklahoma City Thunder have reportedly secured the future of Isaiah Hartenstein, with the veteran center agreeing to a new 3-year $75 million contract. The deal keeps one of the team's key front court players in place as the Thunder look to build on their championship success. Trade speculation surrounding Boston Celtics star Jaylen Brown continues to dominate NBA offseason headlines, with several teams reportedly keeping a close eye on his situation. Despite the growing interest, Boston is believed to have placed a significant asking price on the 4-time All-Star. While there is no indication that a deal is imminent, Brown's name remained at the center of league-wide discussion as rival franchises explore the possibility of acquiring one of NBA's premier two-way players. 44-year-old Serena Williams is set to make a remarkable return to Wimbledon after retiring from the professional tennis following the 2022 US Open. The 23-time Grand Slam champion is making a stunning comeback, returning to one of the sport's biggest stage for the first time in 3 years. The 7-time Wimbledon champion has been drawn against Australia Maya Joynes in the first round, marking her first appearance at the All England Club since 2022. World number 1 Aryna Sabalenka has backed players' call for a higher prize money, despite Wimbledon announcing a record increase in its total prize fund. The 3-time Grand Slam champion insisted that players deserve a larger share of the revenue generated by the sport. Sabalenka's comments come after Wimbledon unveiled its biggest ever prize fund, but the Belarusian believes there is still room for a greater financial reward for players across the tour. George Russell set the fastest time in the final practice session ahead of the Austrian Grand Prix, overcoming late-breaking issues to lead a Mercedes 1-2. The British driver continued strong form heading into qualifying despite the technical concern.